Of course, a big game this Wednesday against Montreal, and they have Didier Drogba, who has basically turned things around for them, and they're still hanging on to their playoff spot. What's going to be the big challenge to try and mark him, to defend him, everything against him?
Yeah, well, he's such a physical presence, and along with that, he's so smart and clever. So it's not a one-man job. I think it's an emphasis as a team, and so one of the keys that's important is that you keep him guessing defensively as to where you are, and not let him know where defenders are, because he likes to feel guys and hold them off, and then our ability to compress the field when he gets the ball and make sure that we're doubling at times, closing the space down. Also knowing that he can slip a really clever ball. So physical presence, smart player, a big challenge. And then, surrounded around him, he has a very dynamic team, a team that's good on the counter, an explosive team. So I think it'll be not just zeroing in on him, but also then runs that are happening off of him. And then, when the ball gets wide, making sure that we know where he is in the box.
Curious if, with you not being on the bench last week, if you saw anything tactically from just being upstairs, you maybe see the field a little bit differently? Yeah,
you see little things, but I thought for the most part our group handled the game pretty well. And it's funny, the team made certain adjustments in the game on their own, okay? And I've been challenging these guys to take over the team in a lot of different ways. And they seem to do a really good job of that when I'm not on the bench, So I think that in a way that, I don't want to be a crutch for their ability to really take over the team. And so, I want them to continue to feel like this is their team, and whether I'm on the bench or not, know that they're a bright group, they're a smart group, their IQ is very high, they understand how we want to play, they believe in the way we want to play, and within the game, can they be alert enough to see certain things and now know that they can rely on each other to make adjustments and now make sure that we know how to handle the game at every level. So really pleased at the way that they thought through this game, and that needs to be a trademark of ours moving forward.
And you said all year long that getting first or second in the East was the goal, but now that you guys are in the driver's seat for the Supporter Shield, how much pressure are maybe they putting on themselves, or are you putting them, because it's the elephant in the room, you can see the results are kind of falling your way.
Yeah.
You guys are really, it's yours to lose.
Well, what it is, it's both finishing top of the East and the Supporter Shield, it gives us something to play for, right? And so it's not like we're just in the playoffs and in cruise control. We need to continue to every game understand what the mentality of real games is like, because there's teams that we're playing that are desperate for points to make sure that they get themselves into the playoffs. So all in all, the fact that we have things to play for means that we can't take the foot off the pedal. Now that's been an emphasis of ours regardless of where we've been on the table, but there's something tangible out there to continue to strive for. And again, the way we get there is by understanding what the daily process is and to go through it game by game.
Is that something you have to balance in terms of keeping your foot on the pedal as opposed to maybe, rotating? Exactly, yeah. Because you have to push so hard to get the Supporter Shield going into the playoffs?
Yes. The short answer is yes. The more complicated answer is keeping guys sharp, keeping guys, game fit, pushing guys to continue to be, confident when they step on the field. So whether that means coming off the bench or starting at a given point, we need to continue to figure out how to balance it the right way, but to continue to push really hard.